Hello, happy Thursday. It's Tony and I'm the Veganista22 on Instagram and YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed this week's topic. Last week I was doing my video and my dogs kept kind of interrupting me. So I thought, oh, I'll do a video on pets, pet ownership, and what I think of that now that I'm vegan versus prior to. So apologies for moving the screen around. It's a little bit funny today. And I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm scarfing down a banana and date smoothie. So I was out doing my Christmas shopping just before, and I had nothing cold and no ice. And I'm thinking, I don't know about you, but I don't really love bananas and dates when they're not cold. They just kind of, I don't know, not as nice. Anyway, so I filled up my smoothie with a bunch of bananas and like 20 dates, something like that, put water in it and put it in the fridge, and I was out for about 3 hours and I've just come back and it's absolutely perfect. So, yum, this is about half of it. I've had the other half already. So anyway, so pet ownership. So prior to being a vegan, I didn't really even think about it. Just, you have a pet, that's what you do. You know, that's just normal. It's what everybody does. So I did. I met my first love of my life about 7.5 years ago. She's a beautiful, beautiful little dog. I did see her in a pet shop. I walked by the pet shop and hello. And she was there with, I think she had 3 brothers at the time, and she was dragging around one of her brothers by its tail. And I remember thinking, oh, she's really cute. And I thought, nah, don't need a dog. And I went by there probably every week for about 3 or 4 weeks. And one by one, each of the boys got taken, and she was the last one left. And I didn't know it then if she was a boy or a girl, and I kind of prefer female dogs just personally from the, the leg humping situation. And so I walked in and I went, oh, is she a or is this dog? I seen she's the last one left of her family, and is she a boy or girl? And they said, oh, she's a girl. And I said, oh, I better hold her. And I fell in love, as you do. Fell in love, and she instantly became part of our family. I'll introduce her in a minute. She just started walking around in the backyard. And then 6 years later, kind of similar situation happened. Funny enough, was having a bad day, and had thought about this puppy I'd seen in a puppy store where I get my dog food at, and kind of just, I don't know, just couldn't resist, and I went and picked her up, and so I've got 2 beautiful dogs. One is now 7.5, and the other one is 1.5. And I'll introduce you to them in a second. But, they've been treated like part of the family since the beginning. So there's not a feeling of, I own this dog. So I know a lot of people that have pets consider them as property. But these 2 are the most spoiled things in the whole world. They not only, have the world wrapped around their fingers, but they sleep in bed with my partner and I, literally in between us if they want to. They tap me on the shoulder for their walks in the morning, and are well and truly spoiled and loved by our family. So I know that we are caring for them, and we are absolutely taking the best possible care of them. They are on a vegan diet now, and they've both been thriving. This is Bella. She's a 1.5-year-old. Yeah, she's pretty adorable. Can't complain. Say hello. So now that I've been a vegan for 6 months, the question is, 1, would I get a dog from a pet shop again in future? 2, would I even choose to own a pet in future? Do I think pet ownership is moral or ethical? Should I get a rescue pet? What's the options there? So I've really thought about it a lot. And to be honest, I don't know all the answers. I do know that the first answer is that no, I wouldn't buy a pet from the pet shop again. And that's just because I've been made so aware of all of the the injustices to animals, and the way that people treat animals in that pet prior to the pet shop environment. I mean, our pet shop is locally owned by a lovely family who I go in and I speak to on a regular basis, and they're ethical, lovely, wonderful people. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not doing the wrong thing, but I don't know where they've gotten their dogs from. So, and I haven't looked into that. So, to be fair, even though they're lovely people, I don't know who they're getting their source from. And it's the same with, you go, oh, ethical farming or humane farming, from a livestock side of things. There's no ethical way to manage that process. And I don't know, what happens if they don't sell the dog. Oh, we've got one. What happens to that dog? Do they get put down? I don't know. So what I have to just look at from a personal point of view is, would I buy from a pet shop again? The answer is no. Second question is, do I think pet ownership is ethical, moral, etc.? I think if you look at humanity, like we're meant to be the caretakers of the earth, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a pet in your family, as long as they're as much a priority as your children, yourself, all of these other things. But I don't know if I will ever have another pet again after these two, because they are part of the family, and at some stage you want to be a little bit more independent. When you've got pets, you've got to think about them before you travel, and plans like that. And there's places you can't go visit, you can't go camping to, because they don't allow your family members there. So maybe down the road I might just not get another pet. Well, we'll see. But I think that's how I stand on it for right now. Would love to hear your comments and your feedbacks and what you think about pet ownership. Is it, in your opinion, is it ethical? Is it moral? Would you buy from a pet shop if you fell in love with a pet like I did? Or would you leave it? Let me see if I can get Chloe. Hold on. Chloe, come here. Come here. Hello. You come say hi. This is Chloe. She's the older statesman. She's well and truly loved. She says hi. We hope you have a great day. Here we go. Bye.